Welcome to the Sage CRM Sales Accreditation course. You are currently viewing Sage CRM Sales Accreditation, Syllabus Level 1, Module 2. This level is designed for candidates taking the Sage CRM Sales Accreditation at Level 1. Delegates will gain knowledge of the Sage CRM proposition, its applicability to functional roles within a typical business, and an ability to demonstrate the product to meet typical business needs. There are 4 modules at this syllabus level. Module 1, Understanding and Articulating the Sage CRM Proposition. Module 2, this one, Understanding and Profiling a Prospect. Module 3, Understanding and Usage of Sage CRM Collateral. Module 4, Demonstrating the Standard Sage CRM Features. For this second module, these are the topics we'll be covering. Each topic contains information to build competence and confidence for people within marketing, sales, and implementation roles. Once you have completed each topic, and then the module, you'll understand the role that customer relationship concepts play within a business, how to knowledgeably speak about and demonstrate competence in the translation of CRM capability to any business, and how to successfully articulate the Sage CRM value proposition. This is the first topic of the second module, with information specifically on how to bring out a need for CRM in any business. So let's begin. How to bring out a need for CRM in any business. You'll recall from previous topics that articulating the benefits of a proposition is a key skill. It's not enough to say, here's a great CRM tool, where can we make it fit? It's all about proving that software can make a difference in terms that really matter, increasing revenue, avoiding costs, or improving service. Returns that can be shown to be objective, detailed, and quantifiable or measurable. Bringing out the need in a business takes skill and sometimes a bit of time. You need to understand the current processes in a company. How long do typical activities take? How many steps and people are involved? And how can it be improved? Not just direct cost savings, but the risks of loss or incorrect steps along the way and the impact that has upon a business. And then think about the CRM tools themselves and how they can improve upon those particulars of the current situation. And we can talk about that in various functional ways. As this screen builds, you'll see I've got a number of sample questions on the left-hand side. And they're just sample 6 of potentially hundreds you could ask of a marketing department or a function that brings in business to any company. Questions like, how do you measure metrics? What are they? How long do they get taken to put together? And the one at the bottom there, how do you contact and communicate with customers? How do you generate leads? How do you track things? In my example there on the screen, social media. Essentially, what I'm trying to do is uncover how businesses do the process of acquiring new customers, but then drilling into how they measure or not, as is often the case, the success, the KPIs, the key performance indicators. And so you can then start having conversations on features or leading to conversations about features of the product that include things like tracking marketing campaign performance, segmenting customers, identifying and understanding what a strong lead is. And notice too, as any good sales questioning should be, these questions are typically open questions, these ones on the left here. Tell me about how does that work, rather than do you have an e-marketing tool? Let's move on. Let's look at another functional area. Let's look at sales. Where are your sales staff? Do you manage a team, or how do you manage a team who are on the road? Down the bottom, how do you track activities? How do you manage different territories? And you can see how these will lead to conversations about current processes and the weaknesses or the challenges in those processes. So you're aiming to uncover pain points, which then help you articulate, with the product features in mind, the sorts of things that can be made better, more efficient, more productive using the Sage CRM tool. Some of my examples there including a better way of managing sales rep performance, a better way of creating forecasts simply, quickly, accurately. I can drill further too on the sales, and that's actually an interesting place to go. And so here's a couple of quick examples there building on the screen. How you manage key sales opportunities. How do you track pipeline? How do you manage daily tasks? All trying to uncover pain points as expressed in the bigger right-hand circle there, around things like tracking opportunities and reporting on pipelines and things like that. So it's really starting from the basics of the current process and trying to uncover holes, problems, inefficiencies, and then teeing that up to then speak about some of the features in the product. And finally, in the functional piece of customer service itself, similar sorts of open questions. Explain to me how you track cases. Explain to me how you take calls. What does the service process look like? How does it come to end up at the company through different channels? How do you measure those things? So uncovering and understanding difficulties in maybe measuring team performance, maybe stripping cost out of a cost center itself. And importantly, in a customer-centric environment, the bottom point of the large right circle, ensuring that customer issues are dealt with, that they don't fall through cracks. Still, many companies, large and small, lose issues, lose customer complaints, and then potentially lose the customer. And to what cost is that to a business? As this screen builds for the CEO, CFO, so Chief Executive Officer, Chief Financial Officer, this is an opportunity maybe when you're speaking to a business owner or a CEO, CFO, to sort of have that conversation and make sure you're having the right conversation. Is it a strategic level CRM conversation, customer centricity, business strategy at the core? Is it an operational conversation? So are they looking to automate processes? Maybe it's an analytical CRM conversation, understanding and doing more with customer data. Or perhaps it's collaboration. Make sure you understand sort of the types of conversation you're having, particularly with a business owner or a head of function, as I'm referring to here, because that will shape the type of questions that you do ask, and the ones that maybe you wouldn't use on this screen or the other ones that you might use. So really just a way of joining together question ideas with questioning approach and questioning techniques. And of course, they too will lead to uncovering of problems. So maybe the CEO is speaking or wanting to know more about these sorts of pains. I need to have better insight. I need to identify my top customers. I need to analyze the sales team. Similarly on the CFO, making financial or transactional information a strategic advantage for more people than just the finance team, making it available instantly anytime, anywhere, rather than having paper-based reports that are a month out of date. So there's lots of ways here, really. The question is fundamentally trying to identify, unblock, or even accelerate a chance to talk about the Sage CRM features and the opportunity it presents a business. So our role as trusted advisors in probing and asking these open questions, in helping generate measurable benefit statements, is to give them a reason to stop, pause, consider what Sage CRM can offer. Perhaps another way of addressing this theme is to think of any business having maybe 4 dimensions or 4 directions they're heading. Perhaps they want to grow. So the question becomes, how does Sage CRM work for me? I'm looking to grow the business. Well, Mr. Business Owner, it could help you reinvent customer relationships. It could help drive revenue and grow. Why? Well, you could have an automated lead generation campaign that helps acquire new customers. And all that data you gather about customers lives in one place, so you can do more with that data. You can serve customers better. You can cross-sell, you can upsell, having that all in one place. That would drive growth. Another dimension could be innovation. The answer could be, do you know what? If you centralize all that data, from sales to marketing to service, in one place, maybe you get a holistic view about what your business is really doing, and maybe identify new products or new services that are worth developing further. So doing more with the data that you're potentially capturing, but right now, without a CRM system, is existing in silos of information across the business. Perhaps the customer is looking to transform. Small businesses often have a challenge in stepping to the next level. How can we help them grow without investing lots of cash into people, perhaps? Looking at current processes, be that marketing, be that sales, be that service, and transforming it, doing things differently, looking at the current and then thinking about how the product could transform the way they go to market, the way they talk to customers, and the way then they can drive or flow faster revenue through the business. And finally, it could be just as simple as it's a reduced cost thing. A business owner says, I've got to drive cost out of this business. I can't afford to run at this cost level for the next year. Fine. So maybe then we start looking at efficiencies of sales team data capture. Maybe we start looking at efficiencies of reporting. Rather than having people fire up 5 different spreadsheets every week, there's one system, one dashboard. And of course, that speaks very much to freeing up the best people to work on things that make money, that make the difference, instead of catching up on admin. They're just a few of our ideas around that. We on the community, and I will speak to the community and all its resources in later topics, but we on the community have a number of pieces we hope will help you ask questions, and that includes things such as deep qualification documents and simple one-pagers. For example, the open dialogue wheel is a one-page spider diagram or mind map that has, I believe, the sort of top 4 or 5 questions to begin a conversation with a customer. And it's something you can carry with you, folded up in your folder, perhaps in your pocket, as reminders. There's also the larger, deeper document that has more questions and includes the ability to manage the deal if you need that. There are a number of things there, and we will touch on that, as I said, in future topics. But we have reached the end of this first topic of the second module, and this topic contained information specifically on how to bring out a need for CRM in any business and the types of questioning and the types of approaches you might use. So feel free now to move on to further topics. For now, you've reached the end of this topic, topic 1, within module 2 of the Sage CRM Sales Accreditation.